camera. Action. I'm Andres.
And I'm Sole.
And we decided to go backpacking through Southeast Asia. Very original. Our journey started with a 5 a.m. ride to the Keflavik airport, where we enjoyed some croissants and some beers before heading over to our flight. Flight was enjoyable, as it always is with Iceland. Stopped in Norway. We had a beer that was crazy expensive. $17, 2,300 ISK. Crazy. After enjoying our extremely expensive beers, we headed into the plane, the Thai Airways plane, where we got a really nice free meal along with free drinks. And there was a lot to do on the screens, and it was just a very generally good flight. So after the grueling 11 hours and a tummy ache, we finally landed in Suvarnabhumi airport, where we got our SIM cards, we got our cash, and we headed out into Bangkok. We arrived at our hotel and they told us that we have to wait another 6 hours. It was suffering and pain, dread, but yeah, we got in a little bit earlier, which was nice, and immediately fell asleep for like 8 hours. Woke up at around 7, I think. We went to the rooftop bar of the hotel after we woke up from our 7-hour nap. We had some drinks and we looked at the beautiful views.
Yeah, they had a swimming pool up there, which was nice.
Yeah. Headed out to walk around the town. We saw 7-Eleven, a Buddha statue.
Then finally, my stomach issues had finally gone away, but I did puke.
Oh, she puked in a sewer.
Yeah.
In the streets of Bangkok. And then we found this restaurant called the Hot Pot Man. An interesting experience. You just basically order 2 soups of something, and then you just order meat and veggies and stuff like that, and you just put that in the pot that gets cooked. We had a little bit of an issue on controlling the heat.
Yeah, it was bubbling all over.
So it was bubbling all over, and I got like a burn, pretty bad burn, but it was okay.
Yeah,
we survived.
Still getting used to the bugs.
Oh, I hate these bugs. Some of these bugs are crazy, like the sounds they're making. Oh, they stopped. Anyways. The next day, we went for a French breakfast, like an egg sandwich and a baguette and some nice coffee. We then headed over to the mall, Central World. We were gonna buy something, but really didn't buy anything. But it had like 8 floors and it was so big. We saw like a coffee competition that was pretty interesting. But once we got out of Central World, we headed into just a local market we saw. It was pretty small, but it had some interesting items. Bugs. I had like a fat worm and like a deep fried cricket. We tried that. It was not good. So
You got like also like a big like jar of bugs.
I just wanted
Mine
it.
just like $20.
It wasn't good.
But yeah.
So she opted for the boba, of course. So she didn't want to have any of my bugs. And then after that, we took a tuk-tuk to the park. We saw like people doing exercises, a lot of people running in the park, as you do in parks. I headed back to the hotel. They found a really nice restaurant close by, forgot the name, but I had some nice curry and a good beer. The next morning, we decided to take a walk around Bangkok from our hotel. Ate some food at a local street market. I had curry chicken and Sole had pad thai. Pretty spicy, good though. We were running out of our beloved snus, if you know that. It didn't take us long to go searching high and low for a place to buy some snus. We found a local shop called Nico Hub, a tiny little shop, pretty hidden. The guy who was working there was really nice. After that, we were pretty tired, so we just found a really cozy little bar to have a drink. After that, we took a Grab and headed towards the Grand Palace, but that was unfortunately closed. So we had to settle for another palace. We saw like a massive laying Buddha in that temple. I tried to get a pic, like a pretty daring picture, but then, you know, I kind of pussied out.
Cutting the line.
Yes, I was cutting the line to take a picture, but, you know, and then I kind of didn't have the balls. So the tuk-tuk driver took us to the pier, boarded a boat to floating markets. We had to wait for ages, like out this one spot where they had like a dam or something, and we were waiting there for like 30 minutes.
It was beautiful once you
got there. We went home after that, and we were planning on going partying at Khao San Road, which everyone talks so much about, but eventually we just fell asleep at 7 o'clock. So that was a shame. At this point, our stay in Bangkok was over, and we headed towards Ayutthaya, which is the old capital of Thailand. And over there, we saw a load of temples, a bunch of temples. I think it's like
41 temples.
Yeah, there's 41 temples in total in Ayutthaya.
Mm-hmm.
But
it's also like a lot of just ruins, like not really like a temple, all of them, but like more ruins. Like all over the place.
Yeah, we arrived at the hostel, and the lady really made it feel like it was our home. She was super nice, taking care of us, doing our laundry for free, cooking our food for free, and then we got to rent a bike for close to nothing, and we did that, and we found a nice little spot where we can have a drink and some pizza. Yeah, we named him. What do we name him? Mufasa.
Mufasa, yeah.
Mufasa, yeah.
He jumped for us.
Yeah, he went all the way up the stick, and then he jumped down and did like a Superman, so didn't nail the landing, so we called him Mufasa. After we got home from the little bike ride, we explored the city a little bit. We saw some local dogs. They really didn't like us, and we tried our best to try to stay awake.
We were trying to change our...
We were trying to fix the jet lag.
Yeah. It was hard.
Yeah, it was very hard. Yeah, we fell asleep around 8:30, woke up at 6, rushed to try to catch the 9:50 train to Chiang Mai. She told us, they had spots left in the train. But we arrived there and it was a no-no. We eventually opted for getting a train at 7, so we had to find out some things to do in Ayutthaya, and we found like this mall. We had some Japanese barbecue and we played some arcade games, which I thought was very fun. She didn't like that much. We both liked the food. The food was amazing.
It was like an all-you-can-eat. Like you just pay one price, and then like all-you-can-eat. Just get stuff coming to you all the time.
And then we got into the Chiang Mai bus, and we headed over to Chiang Mai. Did the sleeper train. I decided to sleep with no shirt on in the sleeper train, and I ended up getting bed bugs biting me all over. So that was really nice. We got transferred into a bus, and we were on our way to Chiang Mai. And on the way there, we saw a lot of flooding. We eventually arrived in Chiang Mai, and there was no flooding in some parts of the city, and we had to do something, so we figured out we should just probably get some coffee. So we get some coffee.
We got some really nice like iced tea.
And after that, we went for a little massage, Thai massage. Very much needed, very good.
After the massage, we headed to the hostel, stayed at the family home too, got to our room, which was very nice.
It was on the top floor, which was a shame, so we had to walk like
all the way,
4 set of stairs. Yeah.
Look at us.
And we decided to do some laundry.
Yeah.
Clothes had
There was not much water in the town because of the flooding. The laundry machines were not working, so we had to hand wash all our laundry in this small sink.
so fun. I used my sock to like stop the water from going out of the sink. It's very nice.
After the laundry, we decided to get some sushi. The people working there were really nice, and we got to see
The chef do his magic.
Yeah.
There's a weird picture of Boris Johnson in the restaurant. So Boris Johnson apparently ate there. A random spot in Chiang Mai. Boris Johnson's been there. Put our laundry in the dryer. We came back to the dryer later, still wet. So we had to pay for another round of drying. So we did that, came back, still wet. Had to pay for another round of drying. So we paid for 3 rounds of drying. And then at the third time, we just had to settle for it to be a little bit wet.
Fine.
It's fine in the end.
Yeah.
Our next destination, the day after, was Tong Waterfalls, sticky waterfalls. And you had to like do a little hike to get to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, you can climb up, and that proved to be a bit of a challenge.
It was fun.
It was fun, but some people, they fell, and it was not funny at all.
But yeah, we also saw like a little cold
Yeah, we followed the group to like
spring.
Yeah, we followed the group to like a cold spring. Okay, hopefully we can bathe in it. But then it was just like a barricaded pond. After that, we enjoyed some local street food, and we visited a temple in Chiang Mai. Shocker. And then we decided to get a bamboo tattoo. This is my one here. This little monkey. She's an elephant. Monkey, elephant. And then we did like this zipline adventure thingy. The ride there was beautiful. It's like just lush forests everywhere. It was called Skyline Adventures, the spot. Thailand. And then we did a little bit of jungle luge karting. That was so much fun. It's like you're in Mario Kart. We went to see some elephants.
Yeah.
It's called a Green Living Elephant Sanctuary.
Yeah, we tried to find the most ethical place to see the elephants, and it seemed to be quite good. At this place they were like just free, they could just go up to the forest if they wanted to, but
Yeah.
they just came to us because we had the food.
Everyone got like a bag full of sugar canes, and they tried everything to get that bag, so you really had to keep your eyes open. One of them had a little bit of a poo, shared some excrement with us. They had like a tiny baby elephant. He was eight months old, and his name was Kan Kan.
Kan, yeah. And you could like call his name and he would come up to you.
It's very, very cute. So after we finished Chiang Mai, we headed over to see Pai. We recommend for everybody to go there. Like, if you want to party, you can party. If you want to chill, you can chill. If you want to go explore, you can do that. It's just such a nice little small town. There was also some heavy partying.
We stayed at the Revolution Hostel in Pai. There was a lot of partying at first.
A lot of drinking, a lot of partying, and we didn't really get much footage that weekend because we were either hungover or shit-faced. But we did do a tour in Pai.
Yeah, I won like a day tour.
There was like a charity event at the hostel for the flooding victims, and Soleil won like so many prizes.
Getting kind of.
She won like 2 coupons for restaurants, 1 like yoga breathworking session, tickets to a Muay Thai fight, and then like a day trip around
tour.
Pai.
And then also like 2 nights at a Revolution Hostel in Koh Tao.
But yeah, we did that tour and we were super hungover. It was crazy. We're dying, and we had no idea what we were in for. Got into the back of this pickup truck, and he started driving us around. And then we went to this place called the White Buddha, and we had to climb like 500 steps or something to get there, and it was so hard. Yeah, so
we stopped at like 8 places. We stopped at like 8 places.
Yeah, we stopped at a Chinese village. We stopped at a Yunlai viewpoint. We stopped at a White Buddha. We stopped at a cafe, and we stopped at a.
It was like a flower garden.
Yeah, it's like a flower garden. Yes, flower garden.
The sunset spot, the viewpoint.
Oh, we went to the Grand Canyon then.
Yeah.
Or Grand Canyon, the Pai Canyon. It was super beautiful.
But then we decided to extend our stay in Pai. But we chose another hostel. We chose the Butterfly Hostel in Pai, which was very nice. We got the private room there. We rented the bike from there. And just explored Pai. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I had never ridden a bike before, or like a scooter, so it was a bit of a gamble, but turns out it's easier than riding a bicycle, so from now on I'll be renting scooters.
For the rest of the stay in Pai, we just explored on our scooter.
Once we were done exploring a little bit around Pai with the scooter, we went to get something to eat, and we just happened to park next to a parade that was just starting. And the parade was crazy.
It was like a memorial day for the
late king.
The late king, yeah.
We then ended that night with live music and some cocktails. Very, very, very nice. Da-da-da-da-da-da. So after that, it was time to say goodbye to Pai. Got into our blessed minivan and we headed over to Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
The bus ride was not nice. The first 3 hours was super nice. We had AC, and then the next 3 hours we were like stuffed. There was like 14 people inside the minibus, and the minibus was only for like maybe 10 people. Mm-hmm. But then we headed into Chiang Rai. Yeah, we got a scooter to get around town, and Chiang Rai had some of the most beautiful temples we'd ever seen. Mm-hmm. We started out by seeing Big Buddha, which was crazy. It was so big.
So big. It's the biggest one in Thailand, I think.
The next biggest is in Phuket.
Yeah. But it was huge. We also saw the Blue Temple.
No.
We saw it at night, so it was all lit up, which was beautiful. There was nobody there.
We also drove 1 hour to go visit a monkey temple. It was very fun to see all the monkeys. I'd never seen monkeys before, but they were a bit terrifying also because there were so many of them.
And they just wanted your food.
Yeah, they just wanted your food.
You could buy like a bucket of bananas and give them. Mm-hmm. Some of them are like drinking Coca-Cola, or drinking water from people. And But it was cute. They were very nice, the monkeys.
Yeah. We then just ate at like a local lakeside restaurant, which was super nice as well. And then we got home and we tried to do a little bit of editing afterwards. So it was our last day in Thailand, and we just had one temple on our checklist that we needed to finish, and that was the White Temple. And boy, that was so beautiful. It was crazy. The amount of detail in that building and just in that general area is crazy. Can't recommend it enough.
It was more beautiful, like on the outside. It was like the most beautiful temple I've ever seen from the outside.
So we then got our bus and headed over to Laos. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Everybody, thanks so like and subscribe, guys. It's epic.
Like, subscribe.